and welcome, you amazing person. My name is Rob, and I am the Manic Gaming Guy. Today, we're going to be playing some Automation, the car combi tycoon game, where I have managed to make the most extreme, intense car I've ever done. I'm so excited. It looks beautiful, or lots of it works, like the gauges and the wheel, of course, because that's what we do on this channel. And it also drives like it's been stolen. I don't make it drive like that. The car makes you drive like it's been stolen. It's just something it does. It's amazing. It's ridiculous. It's a proper rude boy car, if you know what I mean, from the noughties. So without further ado, let's jump over to Automation, shall we? So here we are in Automation, the car combi tycoon game, where we're going to be admiring my new whip. You rude boy. Yeah, so here it is. I think we'll look at the outside first and a bit of the inside, and then we'll jump over to the engine and look at the suspension tuning and all the sort of stuff that goes on underneath the car, shall we? Because this is a very beautiful car. I hope you agree. I've spent up many hours doing the detailing and the styling on this one. We got custom bumpers, we got custom skirts, we got custom lots of lights, things that have redness in them, and like what do you call them? Lashes, eyelashes, I don't know, block of things. And look at this engine. It's got vents into the air vent thing. And yes, I took the original Automation engine. Oh, actually, I've not done it yet, but it's still in there hidden away. But we've covered it with this beautiful 3D model instead, and started putting some other little bits in just to give it some more visual candy for you. We've also got Manic written on the windscreen, and it does work in game. It does give it a slight tint for you, so that's also beautiful. Of course, we've got working wheels and gauges and stuff like that, and the handbrake down here works. Still no working haste shifter, but I'm hoping after this one's looking all nice and dandy, we're going to be borrowing some stuff from beamng. Like, I like to borrow their mirrors, because obviously their mirrors are working very nice now. I'd like to borrow their sat nav and maybe a few sounds and bits and bobs that will make the car feel a bit more dev-like. Then eventually, after we've done that, it'd be nice to somehow take it into Blender, chop all the door panels off and the bonnets and stuff, and then copy all that coding over and have it actually work like a proper dev car. How exciting! That would be lovely, wouldn't it? So we're going for quite a in-your-face interior on this one, on a nice blue. It's got 6T3 written on the back with Manic, a nice custom heat shield, lots of hidden detail features. I don't want to show all of them off, I guess. It's for you to sit around and have a look. I think it's time we jumped over to the stats now, shall we? And talk about what's powering this monster of a car. I can't wait to show you what it handles like. It's mental to drive. So we'll probably just go work from the left tab all the way through to the right as I express my opinions and share with you the stats and stuff that we come up with in the end. The car model has been put up to 2020, so we can get all the new parts when we do the car up. It is a 1987 coupe body. This is quite a nice body, so I do recommend going to have a play with it. It comes out very nicely. Why have you jumped me straight into these? I don't need to see this, do I? It kind of ruins it. You should see this monstrosity thing. Like, what is this? What's going on here? Okay. Yeah, it shows like without the fixtures and fits-ins and all that sort of stuff, what it looks like. Anyway, panel material is partial aluminium, and the chassis type is semi-space frame, and the chassis material is also aluminium. The engine placement is where it should be. The front longitude, no, it shouldn't always be there. It needs to be mid-balance, which this is, I think, 54 in the front balance-wise, so it's not too shabby in the weight and all that sort of stuff. We are front longitude with double wishbone all round, which gives you extreme tuning capabilities. Over to this custom engine that we built now. I didn't realise how much horsepower I was making. I just kind of made the engine. I wasn't trying to go for something crazy, but we ended up with something crazy. We've used a inline 6 engine block with a aluminium billet block material. So yeah, it can take a lot of power. If you look at the stats there, you got power density. That's the sort of one you want to be keeping high, so you can get the most horsepower out of that without blowing up the engine too much. It's 3 litre in capacity with a dual overhead cam. Obviously, the head material is always aluminium. You seem to like that material. It's all over the place. 3 litre crank is billet steel. Cam rods are titanium, and pistons are forged light. The engine theme is +5, and put some nice parts in. Basically, it has a turbocharger on it. We've still got pressure of 10 though, so it gives you that a little bit of low end kick. Even though the turbo does come in just above 3,000 revs, and it revs all the way up to 8,100. So you have plenty of room with turbo. There's not really much turbo lag going on. Yes. Yeah, just one of those bad boys. We do have the smart boost going on. The turbo size is 83.5, so it's quite a big boy turbo. It's probably overkill, that turbo. Probably why we've got too much power. Probably even have the torque coming even sooner. Food for thought, eh? Throttle response is 100, by the way. We always want to have a good throttle response. Fuel system is direct injection. The configuration is per cylinder. Intake is race. And we've tuned it up. And obviously, we use this graph to tune it, people. We aim for around 100, depending on what sort of engine you're going for. If you go for economical or power, somewhere around there, either the thing, depending on what sort of you're going for and all that. Of course, we've cranked up the valves towards the end because it's got VVT. So, yep, that's all going well. The exhaust is on there. We've gone for high flow, freeway, catalytic converter, and straight through. It does sound okay in the game, but I would like to change the files after we've done this episode. We'll hopefully do some more extreme stuff. So there's Autoamzing's engine. It's all right. It looks pretty, I guess. But I do take it out, as you've seen. Testing-wise, we don't need to test it. You're going to hear it later. So we look at the rest of the car now. Oh, here's some beautiful stats. Feel free to pause the video or put it in slow-mo so you can read what's going on. So let's talk body pictures, shall we? We had a little glimpse of it earlier on, all the pretty stuff that is that we stick on the car to make it a little bit more realistic. But how many do we stick on, and do any of them have a purpose? Well, yes, we have a front splitter and we have a rear splitter. That's the only purpose we got. This is a 3D model doing nothing. It just looks cool. How many did we use in the end, you may be asking? We used 214. That's right, I painstakingly placed 240 things on here and made sure they look half decent. I need to change the colour of this. The colour of this don't work, but I'll do that another time. But yeah, I am very over the moon about the way it looks. There are a few more details I want to do, like probably put some speaker detailing in there, and like I say, do much as I can in automation, and from that stage it'll be a bit of a mesh mod, whatever you call them, where we start plopping other things from other places into the files and make it really cool in beamng. Let's get on to the nitty-gritty stuff, shall we? It's rear-wheel drive, manual, and 5-speed. Let's put up the stats. There you go. It'll do 0 to 62 miles per hour in 4.6 seconds. So it's not, it's fast. It's definitely fast. A top speed of 180 miles per hour. And we are apparently short shifting the gears. Yeah, short shifting the gears. It does want to spin in quite a lot of the gears. It likes to spin the wheels, but not spin out. You'll see that later. This car is intense. Electric differential quality is +8. I think I had to do that because I was blowing out the gearbox with the gearing I had. Everything else should be +5. Radial sports compound tyres, 200 on the front, 210 on the back, 15s, and we spaced them out a lot. And we have got, almost perfect stats on the drivability and sportiness, and we can do 1.04 Gs in the 20-meter circle. And we'll find out the bigger one when we get to that. Brakes, we just put vented brakes on, 4 pistons in the front and 2 on the back. Works nicely. You can lock up into corners and kind of swing yourself into them like a proper rude boy. Sport under tray, no active wing, corner flaps, and a minute amount of downforce. You get in, 60 kilograms of downforce around 100 miles per hour. That's all that sort of stuff. We do have premium entertainment inside, 4 seats either side, and we have got advanced safety in this beast with some electric variable steering and traction controls, which I always turn them off as soon as I jump into beamng anyway. Optimizable weight was chucked to the front. Yeah, that's right. No, lighter. I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the weight distribution, thinking of that. Weight distribution is chucked to the rear. That made more sense to me. And we made it lighter. There we go. There's my steering. Not really much to say. It's progressive, progressive, adaptive, and active sway bars. So that probably shouldn't be active either. It's probably semi-active. Probably just passive. I know. I'm going to leave it as it is. Yeah, lots of toe, lots of camber, lots of tuning, a bit of bounce to it still. And I'm not sure I actually tuned this car properly. I just kind of took it for a spin and went, wow, that is fun. And then tweaked it a little bit and kept it as it is. Performance. Yeah, so we know how fast it is already. Quarter mile, just shy of 12 seconds. That's damn mental. It weighs just shy of 1,400 kilograms, so it's almost a ton and a half. But you wouldn't say that to your friends. You'd say, oh, just a little over a ton. Yeah, very good design. Yeah, there's the weight distribution, 55% in the front. So yeah, not too bad. Almost at 50-50, the idealness. Yeah, beautiful revs. Anything else I missed? I don't think so. I think it's time we go into the beamng world. I didn't pay attention to any of this, by the way. Into the beamng world and have some fun. So that was it. The pleasurable moment of seeing the car in automation with those graphics and just those angles and all the bits of fine details. Oh, it looks beautiful. So let's jump over to beamng, shall we, and take it for a bit of a spin, where you'll see how nuts this car really is. Right, and here we are in the beamng world that I've created for myself to play in. I've recently been working on making a wet area where it rains on this little bypass stretch, which has been quite fun. Not very easy to do because beamng map editor is sort of limited in some ways, but it's still amazingly fun to do. So we're going to take this now around a little drift track, which this car's not really designed for, but it is intensely good at just being aggressive. And I need to take the traction control off. As you see, I've got a little, so I've got to concentrate sometimes. I've got a little point of view camera in the corner for you there, hopefully, for you to get extra footage to see what we're doing outside the car. But I like to be submerged quite a lot sometimes, and you do that by getting in the car. So this guy is just ruthless. So much power. You just kind of just let it point and go. As long as you don't push it too far. Like I say, it's not a drift car. It's more like a grift car, because it's not really. You push it too far, it will just spin out on you. You can just get a little bit of an angle and then just start pushing through the corner. Oh, okay, we're going this way apparently. Okay, we'll go one more time. I've created a little cinematic video for you after this one, where you won't hear me talking. I'll just put some tunes on, and I base this around the side of the map. Be warned, I do stack it a few times. I'm still not used to driving around the edge of the map. I've not learned any of the corners yet. And there's a few instances where we may, bump a wall or something like that. But anyway, it's all fun and games, I'll get better as I learn the map more. I'm at the moment trying to recover the taste of UK from a hard drive. And we'll get that one up and running again, because I like to make it look a little bit more pretty, and people on my Patreon a chance to play it. I do love it through it. Oh. No. Oh. Oh, I'm holding my breath. Don't hit the tree. There's so much power to it. It's hilarious. It's like, as soon as you feel like you've sort of got grip, or even if you haven't, you're just sort of pointing the right way, just put your foot down and go for it. That's what you got to do. Let me show you my little wet area. It's not quite finished. Oh no, they hit a tree. Oh no, there's a barrier in the way. Look, it's raining. Tell you what, let's jump over to the little short video I made now. Hope you enjoyed that one of us taking it for a little spin. And you got to see it in beamng real action. If you want this car early, feel free to jump over to my Patreon and join that. So that anything I'm working on, I send to people over there a lot earlier. And then it might follow over to my Discord a bit sooner than that, and then we can get it authorized in beamng. We try and put it on there, but I do a lot of building, quite a lot, and I don't want to just flood that with just nonsense, really. It's more gimmick stuff, and then, you know, this one, though, I might try and make dev quality, as it's really fun to drive, and do different variations of it. Anyway, let's jump into the short video. Enjoy! Well, that's it. We've come to the end of the video. Thank you very much for popping by. I hope you enjoyed everything you've seen today. Feel free to jump over to my channel, hit like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff, because I make this sort of content all the time. I don't just do car stuff, I do other games. At the moment it seems to be mostly car stuff, because why not? I got a rig and it's super fun to do, and I like making cars and maps and tutorials and things. Anyway, keep it real, stay safe and shout out love. Bye bye.